My name is Peter McKenna and I am the executive producer and creator of Red Rock. Well, it's kind of, I suppose, it's a continuing drama. It's a drama that runs over almost a whole year. We've 80 episodes a year, and it's a mix of kind of, there's the way soap used to be. Like most of the soaps people watch today were created almost 20 years ago, and technology and what we expected of television was different then. So what we're doing is, when we started this process, we kind of thought, if you were making a soap now, inventing soap, none existed, what would you do and what would you do differently? And we've tried to kind of, I suppose, encapsulate those things. So what we do is, the technology has changed. We use kind of handheld cameras, we use single camera, which means it's more flexible, more mobile, and it feels more real. We also go on location. We have characters driving and on phones, which you don't often see in soaps now, because everybody lives on the one street and nobody drives anywhere, rings anyone. They all bump into each other in a cafe. We don't have that. We're trying to make it feel as real as possible, and that's it. It's a mixture of kind of police procedural and the lives and dramas of the people in the community who are being policed. So it's a contemporary Irish drama, really. So it starts the night somebody's killed, and then it follows the fortunes of the two families involved, the perpetrator's families and the victim's family. And that goes over 2 years, and we see the varying fortunes and the fallout from that one event and how it impacts on both families in very profound ways. And both their fortunes are changed over 2 years in a massive way. What we've tried not to do and tried to avoid is like the love triangles, the affairs, everyone sleeping with everyone, because it just doesn't feel real. What we wanted to do was kind of, that's not to say that there isn't any romance or sex or anything in the show, but it's just, we wanted to be grounded and feel real and not feel soapy in a bad way, I guess. We wanted to, all the time we've come up with storylines and we've come up with characters. I suppose the question we always ask, does it feel true? Does it feel real? Would you believe it? And I think so far a lot of it is quite good. And I have to say, the cast that we got, Louise Kiley cast the show, is brilliant. It is really, really good. One of the things that worried me most, and I can say this now because it's no longer a worry, when I was starting, was, would we get a cast? We had 20 kind of core cast. Where are we going to get 20? And we wanted new faces and people that weren't associated with other shows. So we were thinking in April, like, where are we going to get 20 new faces, 20 people that nobody in Ireland really knows that well, that are really talented and exciting? And if I'm to be honest, I didn't think we could do it, and it did worry me. And it worried me nearly most setting up the show, because I think if the cast aren't as strong as ours are, it shows, and it just takes away from the reality of it all. But we've got a brilliant cast, a really, really brilliant cast, and that's really, really exciting. So when you're creating 20 characters, you draw from your own life. So there's different characters that have echoes of people in my family and people I know and that. And there's one character who's like named after my daughter. And I suppose I'm very attached to her and her journey, and I feel the kind of the protectiveness towards the character that I might to my own daughter. So that's one I am, and she's a great story, and she's a huge part in the whole family feud and all that. And that character is Katie Kiley, but the story between Sharon and Brian is a great story. And even we've shot a number of episodes now, and we watched the footage, and the scenes between the two characters in the police station of Brian and Sharon are great. They're electric, and it just gets bigger and bigger and more tense, and it's a great story. And I'm really, really excited about that. Not like I know the story, but it's just when you see really, really good actors bring it alive, it's kind of, it really excites you and makes it feel fresh. Even though you know every twist and turn already, it still feels fresh when you see it.